Antarctica. So let's get these last couple of series underway and find out who's going to be moving on to the next round.
Who is going to be the 3v3 champion? Well, still a couple more rounds to go after this, but they need to get through this one to advance. So we're seeing a very, they're definitely going to run Symmetra Bastion. This is definitely not a troll composition.
I'm just going to say, did you notice how fast that loading screen was? I wonder if it's because we have an SSHD in here.
I don't know.
I don't even feel bad about that joke.
I don't know.
I don't even feel bad about it at all.
That was pretty weak, so we'll just continue onward. And IGS Pod is playing Reaper.
And we are seeing a Reaper come through, as you were mentioning out. That's very, very interesting coming out. And we're seeing it come.
Whoa, look at this fight. Double flashback.
Whoa! We see Lucio get a kill right off the get-go. Adios, Reaper. But then actually seeing the McCree go down as well. We're in a 2v2 going straight off. And these tanks are just going right at each other.
Oh, Bumble, 8 health. Oh my gosh, he used take a breather with 8 health. It's all up to these Lucios though. Can they do enough damage? 150, 130. He almost has to take a breather up again. And Hook as well. Which one is he going to choose? Neither. As he goes down, just a Lucio left. And that's going to be an early round for PB. Whoa, excitement right off the bat.
Okay, we're in finals, guys. This is getting really intense right off the get-go. Here we go. Now let's see what new comps are going to be coming out. And oh my lord, do you see it, Skyline? It is the stall comp.
Is it though? Is it though?
No. You guys have not yet been exposed to the greatness.
That's true.
That is the stall comp. Okay. We're seeing a switch up. IJS is looking at something else. There we go.
Maybe that explains why we have more viewers than usual, because these teams just don't have the meta down yet. They don't know how to do the stall comp correctly.
The stall comp consists of everything. If you guys don't understand, you just sit in your spawn and you just D up, and either the team can choose to attack you or not, but 9 times out of 10, it's a draw, or people finally get frustrated and dive in there. It's just a matter of if you have a team that's willing to just sit there and give a round of draw with nobody dying. Here we go, running in, and this is a really peculiar comp that we're seeing coming out of Team Blank. Reinhardt, May, and Zenyatta still has damage, but it's very slow and projectile based. But whenever you get in and get in a fight that close range, it has some strength to it.
Snipe from IGS Pod across the map takes up attribution. No Zenyatta anymore for Team Blank, and that is a crucial team member with no more healing remaining for SSHD. The person who made us load so fast. This is going to be a little bit of a difficult time. Bumble has the self-heal on May, but she doesn't want to pop it immediately, because popping it means that potentially they can give an opportunity for PB to jump in, but PB just needs to find a way to finish this out.
Well, they don't really even need to finish it out. They have the man advantage. They can just kind of play back and just take the win off of the one kill. It's up to what we're seeing from Team Blank to actually choose to initiate in. They just don't have the tools for it. Finally,
the Earth Shatter combo with the May ultimate as well. Hammer down, doesn't quite get anything, and the Blade will finish it up. Nicely done by Lid. And Transcendence as well, very safe. So, good attempt. They try to go for the Earth Shatter plus Blizzard, but against the Zenyatta who has Transcendence, that just kind of can't work. You have to Earth Shatter the Zenyatta, and it didn't quite hit him.
Team PB was just so, they just pulled the trigger on that and just went absolutely crazy. That was really, really strong performance from them inside there. And they're now 2-0 up. So if they win this next round, then Blank has to play on the back foot with having a match down inside this series. So with that, we're seeing a fairly strong comp that they're trying to roll out here. We've seen it multiple times today, but it's had trouble being executed. So can Team Blank really pull the synergies of this comp together? Now on the flip side of that, Team Peanut Butter, they're bringing out Reinhardt, McCree, and Anna. This has got some survivability to it, but it's going to have to push into a very just standardized damage output. They're trying to play that Reinhardt and push in against the Orisa and the Soldier is going to be really rough unless they play the environment, play the angles. And look at this. Both teams are pushing in. If they choose to fight around this location, this actually does give Reinhardt some of the cover potential. That way he can jump behind these side columns.
We'll have to see. It's all about, let's see if IJS Pod can get a nice flashbang off. He might get an angle here. It's on the side. This is getting really close. Flashbang does go off. Does a lot to the Anna. Indeed, Anna does get executed in the end by the Reinhardt. Okay, there we go. So that's a pretty early lead by Peanut Butter, taking one set. They need to take one more. Team Blank needs to take 2 in a row to stay in this tournament. Let's take a look at this play of the game by IJS Pod.
Just a nice follow-up. Again, shield goes down. You can see everybody goes in instantly, sits there, gets positioning, and watch this. It's a nice solid stun onto multiple people, and Reinhardt just comes around that corner swinging. Sure, he goes down in the end. That was just such a solid set. Like, we talk about synergy so much throughout this tournament so far. That's just some really solid synergy in the team. You could see that everybody was waiting to execute and move together, and then right as soon as that stun grenade came out, you can tell there was communication on it because everybody executed off of it.
Were really well done by Peanut Butter. I thought that, I mean, it's just kind of they just kind of casually took the 3-0 that quickly, and Team Blank, they didn't look that bad. It's just that every round had one little mistake that just snowballed it. Peanut Butter very good at capitalizing on those.
Okay, I have to ask you something, Skyline.
Yes.
On Team Peanut Butter, you see two icons that are Peanut Butter, but Lit is running the Genji. Granted, Lit just did go crazy with Genji. That's great.
Lit is... Well, he was listening to our anime conversation. People were talking about Naruto in the chat, and I think he defected.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, can you blame him? I mean, sometimes you just have to show your anime roots and just not be afraid. So he went in, and it was just... I mean, I have to admit, he did live up to his name. That was really, really solid performance from him. You could say that it was Lit. So kudos to him for that. We're getting ready for the next round to get in. Got some couple people are talking back and forth. Just really, really strong performance coming out from Peanut Butter. What do you think that Team Blank needs to do to try to modify off of it? Is it selection? Is it execution? What do you think that they need to pull?
Certainly their execution. They just every time it was so close. I thought that all of those rounds could have theoretically gone either way. It's just Peanut Butter had the slight edge on positioning, the slight edge on execution, just the slight edge on every little thing. And it just results in a 3-0. That's just kind of how this game works. If you're better, you generally win. There is no RNG in Overwatch, so even close teams can... There's
a little bit in hero selection off the get-go. There's a little bit of RNG that can come inside there. Don't you do it, Peanut Butter. I saw you guys go for that Torburn for a second. Don't you do that to me. I'll be honest, guys. Stall comps, they tilt me a little bit. But sometimes they're the logical thing, and I respect it whenever it's the logical thing to do to pull it. But Team Peanut Butter decides to go back in. They're like, no, we're bringing out Pharmacy. They're bringing in the Tracer. This is the comp that we were talking about that we find more effective. So Lit's just going to be on the ground going absolutely crazy with the survivability. The whole time the Pharmacy is just poking in damage and like being a distraction up on the top. They just have to execute and pull together because as those rockets come in from IJS Pod, then Tracer has to follow through and just get those last couple of bits of damage on it. And look at this, already going for some really strong harass off the get-go.
There we go. Farah's up top. He finds a lonely Zenyatta, takes him out very, very early on. All we have left is Bumble on this Zarya. He's sandwiched between the Tracer and the Farah. Not going to be enough. He gets taken out very easily. Now all we have left is SSHD, and Winston doesn't have enough damage to even damage through Mercy's beam. So, because Winston does 60 damage per second. Mercy heals 60 health per second, so that's a literally impossible match to win for him.
But he tried. Give it to him. He got a little bit of clear damage. He was getting some good damage up and jumping up, trying to get some damage on the Farah. It's sometimes harder than it appears. So kudos to them on that. But again, it's just real strong dominance coming out from Peanut Butter. Looking at some different mix-ups. I want to say that we saw Reaper make an appearance several times. It hasn't been the most effective. Really interesting to see Team Blank lean into it so early inside this, specifically whenever they need to make sure that they get something for it. And Patribution's giving a shout out to his boy DPS Gaming, so we'll give it. You guys can't see chat, we do have it hidden, so I'll do it. I'll throw it out there for you, Patribution.
Double Reaper. This is unheard of in 3v3.
This is the edgiest match ever.
That's true.
Well, I guess we could have a second Zarya. So
maybe these are some Death Note fans.
Oh, Death Note fans. There we go. Everybody's coming in. And that's a hook on a Reaper as he falls, trying to separate out.
Wow.
But instead separates out his own team. That forces everybody to kind of jump down and reposition. Lit gets the kill on a Patribution, though.
This is crazy. The support, unfortunately, Patribution on Lucio got left out. SSHD is the last one remaining. He could have theoretically got a soul to heal up, but everyone's at full health on Peanut Butter. And all right, this is potentially match point. Peanut Butter Just needs to win one more.
Not just match point. This is full-on series point.
Yeah, series
this
point.
This is a lot of pressure. Peanut Butter is coming out to make a declaration inside of this. Be like, yeah, okay, this is semifinals. Doesn't matter. We want the finals already. This looks very strong dive comp coming out from Peanut Butter. We haven't seen Junkrat in a while. We have seen him be very effective inside of this. This is a very interesting comp, though. I can see the premises behind it. Damage boost the Soldier, damage boost the Junkrat, but it's going to leave Mercy really kind of vulnerable just due to the positioning. Going to have to be like chasing down the Soldier.
Junkrat, once he gets dove by the Winston and the Genji, this is going to be a very, very tough game for Team Blank to come back from. They're playing against all the odds right now. They're down 2. They have a team that's very weak against this Peanut Butter lineup. Let's see. Patribution needs to land the direct. He has a trap right there. Let's see if that's relevant later on. Lit is going to dive in. Goes on to Mercy. Discord over as well. Does she go down? Yes, she does.
At this point, Patribution is just trying to do some damage. Passive goes out. Doesn't pick up anybody. And that was just some really, really solid play coming out from Team Peanut Butter.
That's all it was. That was a straight 6-0 sweep to clean out that series. As we get a little bit dizzy from that play of the game.
Zenyatta play of the game. He pumped out some damage here. I will admit that. If we see he gets position, get some damage out here. I think that he actually manages to get the kill, turn around right here, and gets the damage in.